Hey guys, so as promised, I am going to show you how I plan for our family. I do it differently than most people do, I think, so I wanted to share with you and see if there's any tips that would help you with your family planning. I am kind of unique. I like to be planned. I need to know what's going on just to have that mental clarity, but I also don't like to be too planned. If things are so structured for me, I just stop. I just give up. I won't do it. It just stresses me out, I guess. So I have to kind of find a little balance. And so I'll share with you some of the things that I do. At the first of the year, or just whenever you're starting, I guess, your planning system, I like to have a yearly overview and just kind of quickly plan our year. And to do that and make that easier, I have created some sheets that are super helpful. And I'll show you how you can get access to these in just a minute. But the first sheet that I use is our yearly overview sheet, and that is right here. It's super helpful. Just every month has its own block. Things to remember, like when we're going on trips, changing the oil in our cars, doctor's appointments, things that I need to reapply for yearly, subscriptions. We have our student loan program that we have to reapply to every year. And so these things, I just kind of have an overview for them of the year, so then I can have them down. I also have a sheet for yearly payments, taxes when they come up, registration for our cars and our trailers, so any vehicles that you have, so payments like the subscriptions that you might have, anything like that. I also use this for work. I have a lot of my hosting for my website and things that I pay for yearly, and so I have a sheet as well that I keep track of all of the payments, so I'm not hit with a surprise, that email that you'll get, oh, in a week you owe $300 for this, and you think, oh, I wish I could have been more prepared. So if you want, you can combine those on your yearly overview sheet, but I like to have them separate just to keep things a little more organized in my brain. I also like to have a hard copy of birthdays. I always forget birthdays and anniversaries, and so I like to have a hard copy. I know you can put it in your digital planner if you have one, and you can reoccur every year. I don't do a digital planner, and I'll share why in a little bit, but so I like to have that, and then I can just add it quickly at the beginning of the year in my planner, and then I won't forget those. And then as babies are born or people get married, you can add on, and you can make as many copies of this as you need if your month is super crazy. June is crazy for us. Anniversaries, it's Father's Day, tons of birthdays, and so I know I've added that on my yearly payments, actually, because we spend a lot of money, I guess, on gifts and things that month, and so it's nice to be prepared for that in advance. Another sheet that I use that's super helpful is this recurring events sheet, and this is just a weekly sheet, but things that come up regularly for you, every week or monthly. So as I'm doing my monthly planner, I don't have to try to remember every month and reinvent the wheel, and am I forgetting something? Lincoln, go in a different room, please. And so I can just reference that really quickly, and if other things come up, like my daughter has dance every Monday, we have things that we do regularly for our church callings that we can put down. Meetings that we have. I also I do food prep once a week for the week or the month, and so things like that are super helpful. This little chatter that you hear. Yeah, hi. So those are kind of the basic sheets that I use, that I'll use as I sit down to plan first at the year and then monthly. So like I said, I don't like a digital planner. I am pen and paper. I always have been. And no matter how I've tried digital planners and it just doesn't work for me. I like to be able to see my month laid out all at once, and it's just quicker for me just to write it down. So that's what I've decided to do, but this works with any type of planner that you want. Okay, so I think I got the kids taken care of for a second. I use two planners. I use my actual planner that I carry around. So this is like my hard copy. It's like a 5x7-ish planner, and I love it. And I mostly use the monthly view right here. I like I said, to be able to just see everything all at once and to be able to jot things down as needed. And I mostly use that for like scheduling and appointments and the things that we, like events and things that we need to remember and do. We also have our family calendar that we keep here on our back door. This is a whiteboard, and it has been a game changer for us for keeping everybody on the same page. It's been super awesome. I don't have a really big kitchen, and so I don't have really much space for a command center, so we just use the back door. But you can see that it is color coded. I have different whiteboard markers that I use, and just a little tip with the whiteboard markers: get the fine tip, and then you'll be able to write neatly and fit everything in there. But red is for church events that we have, blue is for appointments, and then green are for tasks that I need to do weekly, just to keep me kind of accountable for that. Also, my favorite feature of this whiteboard is this section right here, the notes section. I like having this so I can jot down things that we need to do, or things that I keep forgetting mostly to do, and especially tasks that I can't complete on my own, things that my husband and I have to do together, or honestly things that he just needs to do. So it's right there. We can remember at the end of the day when we're both off of work and trying to get dinner ready. It's just, we're tired and we're not thinking about things that we need to get done. So it's great just to have it right there, be visual for us to be able to work on. So what I do every month is I will grab my planner right here, and I will also grab my planning sheets here. Especially I use my recurring events sheet, and I will just write down, I already have like all the birthdays and things for the whole year written down. My husband is a junior high teacher, and they have an AB schedule, and so I write down every day which is AB day, so I can have kind of a grasp on what he's doing and when I can contact him. So I get all of that written down, and then I can write in our recurring events that we have that month, and get things in our schedule. And then I will, once my planner is up to date, which it generally is, you know, as I'm out and about and writing things down, I'll just copy this onto our whiteboard. So we have it all written out, we can all see it, and then I can add to things, you know, as things come up through the month. It's just easy to add on. This really does not take a long time. It sounds like a lot, but it's so manageable for me, just to be able to kind of keep our family schedule going. And it takes me like maybe 10 minutes to do our calendar, maybe a little longer if I have some helpers who also want to participate. But I can't tell you how these planning sheets have just helped me so much stay organized and clear up mental space. So I don't have to use energy to like try to remember things and am I forgetting something? It's just all right there for me.